Your dog secretly judges you every day, and I have proof. Not the cute, oh, he's so dramatic kind of judging. I mean real, behavioral, science-backed side-eye that your dog throws at you every single morning. And today, we're going deep into one of the most misunderstood dog behaviors out there. Why some dogs just flat out refuse to walk. Like you grab the leash, you're hyped, shoes are on, and your dog sits down, doesn't move, stares at you like you just suggested a trip to the vet wearing a clown suit. Most people think it's stubbornness. Some people think it's revenge. And honestly, both of those are wrong. What's actually happening has a name. Researchers call it fear geography. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your dog's walk refusal the same way again. So buckle up, because we're cracking open the hidden signals your dog sends you every single day, backed by real science. And I promise, by the end of this video, your walks are going to get a whole lot better. Does your dog do the sit and stare when you grab the leash? Drop a yes in the comments right now. I want to know how many of us are out here being ghosted by a 12-pound Chihuahua. Let's start with the big one. Fear geography is a term used in veterinary behavioral science to describe the way dogs mentally map their environment, not just visually, but through smell, sound, texture, and past emotional experiences. According to research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior, dogs develop strong associative memories tied to specific locations. That means if something scared your dog at the corner of Maple and Fifth, a loud truck, a bigger dog, a kid on a skateboard, your dog has filed that corner under danger zone in their mental GPS. And here's the kicker. That memory doesn't fade the way ours do. Dogs don't rationalize. They don't tell themselves, okay, the scary truck is probably gone now. Their nervous system just says, nope, not going back there. So when your dog plants their paws and refuses to move, they're not being dramatic. They're not punishing you for leaving them alone yesterday. They are genuinely telling you in the clearest way they know how that the path ahead feels unsafe. Your dog does this too? Yeah, thought so. Now here's where it gets really interesting. A 2025 study from Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs who experience walk refusal often show a cluster of stress signals in the minutes before the walk even starts, and most owners miss every single one of them. The first one is the lip lick. Not the I smell chicken lip lick, the quick, almost invisible flick of the tongue across the nose or lips. That's a calming signal. Your dog is self-soothing. If you see that right when you pick up the leash, your dog's stress response is already activated before you even open the front door. The second signal is the yawn. And I have to say this clearly, if your dog yawns during your walk prep, he is not bored with you. He is stressed. Yawning in dogs is a displacement behavior, a way of releasing nervous energy. It's basically your dog saying, I'm trying really hard to hold it together right now. So if your dog yawns while you're tying your shoes, that's not an insult. That is a cry for help wrapped in a cute little sleepy face. The third pre-walk signal is body weight shifting. Your dog will subtly lean backward away from the door. Not dramatically, just a little. Their center of gravity moves toward the back legs. Researchers describe this as a retreat posture in anticipation of an aversive stimulus. In plain English, your dog is already trying to back away before you've even asked them to move. These three signals together, lip lick, yawn, weight shift, form what behavioral scientists call a stress triplet. And if you can learn to spot this triplet, you can change the entire outcome of your walk before it becomes a standoff on the sidewalk. Does your dog show any of these? Seriously, go check next time. You're going to see it and your jaw is going to drop. Here's the part that most dog owners never hear. The surface your dog walks on matters enormously. This isn't just comfort, it's neuroscience. Dogs have mechanoreceptors in their paw pads that send constant sensory information to the brain. Rough asphalt, metal grates, wet pavement, hot concrete, all of these send different signals. And according to applied animal behavior science, dogs who have had a negative experience on a specific surface type will generalize that aversion. Meaning, if your dog got burned once on hot summer pavement, they may refuse all dark asphalt going forward, even in winter. If they slipped on a metal grate, every metal surface becomes a threat. You know that dog you see at the park who absolutely refuses to walk over the storm drain? That's not quirky. That's textbook fear geography, triggered by surface texture memory. And if your dog suddenly refused walks after a move to a new neighborhood, think about what changed underfoot.
New surfaces, new smells, new sounds. Their entire sensory map got wiped and they're rebuilding it from scratch. Your dog does this too? Now I want to talk about something that researchers started documenting more seriously after 2023, soundscape anxiety as a walk trigger. We know dogs hear frequencies between 40 Hz and 65,000 Hz. Humans max out around 20,000. That means your dog is perceiving an entirely different acoustic environment than you are on every single walk. Construction equipment 3 blocks away, HVAC units humming from buildings, high-frequency squeaks from bus brakes, all of it hitting your dog's auditory system at volumes and frequencies you literally cannot detect. A 2024 paper in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior documented that dogs in urban environments showed measurable cortisol elevation, that's the stress hormone, simply from ambient city soundscapes, even at distances where humans reported the area as quiet. So when your dog stops dead at the end of the driveway and you cannot figure out what on earth they're reacting to, the answer might literally be a sound you can't hear. Your dog isn't malfunctioning. Their senses are working perfectly. The city is just genuinely loud to them in ways we will never fully understand. Let me give you the fix, because I don't want to just tell you the problem. The approach that veterinary behaviorists consistently recommend is called systematic desensitization with counter-conditioning, and I know that sounds like a graduate school term, but the actual technique is beautifully simple. You start by shortening the walk to the distance your dog is comfortable with, even if that's just the front step. You mark the moment they're calm and comfortable with a treat or a cheerful word. You repeat that every single day. Then you extend by just a few feet, not the whole block, not half the block, a few feet. Over days and weeks, your dog's brain starts building a new map of that route, one that's associated with calm feelings and good food instead of fear. The Journal of Veterinary Behavior published a 2024 follow-up study showing the dogs treated with this graduated exposure protocol showed a statistically significant reduction in walk refusal behaviors within 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 weeks, that's it. Not years of training, not expensive equipment, just patience, consistency, and a pocketful of treats. If your dog yawns while you start this process, that's fine. That's progress. That means they're in the zone where learning actually happens. One more thing I want to add here, because it comes up constantly in the comments on videos like this. The harness versus collar debate is real and it matters for walk refusal dogs. Pressure on the trachea from a standard collar activates a threat response in dogs who are already anxious. A 2025 study confirmed that front clip harnesses reduced pulling-related stress signals by a measurable margin compared to neck-based restraints. If your dog is already running a fear geography stress response and they also feel physical pressure on their throat when you try to guide them forward, you have just doubled the aversive input. Switch to a well-fitted front clip harness and watch what changes. It's not magic, it's just removing one of the layers of discomfort that was silently stacking up.
Here's my last thought, and I mean this genuinely. Your dog is not refusing to walk because they're stubborn. They're not doing it to make you late. They're not plotting against you, as entertaining as that narrative is. They are communicating the only way evolution gave them the tools to communicate. And the fact that you're watching this video right now means you're the kind of person who actually wants to understand what they're saying. That matters. That makes you a better companion for your dog than most people will ever be. Follow these principles. Learn the stress triplet, respect the fear map, use graduated exposure, ditch the collar if you haven't already, and I promise your walks are going to change. Your dog will trust you more. And honestly, those slow, patient, short little walks where your dog finally takes 2 extra steps forward, those are the best walks you'll ever have. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional veterinary or behavioral advice. If your dog shows severe anxiety or fear responses, please consult a veterinary behaviorist. If this helped you understand your pup a little better today, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this reach more dog owners who need it. Subscribe if you want more of this, and drop your dog's weirdest walk habit in the comments. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.